All right, y'all, we're gonna make an Amish breakfast casserole. This one goes out to my buddy Ruben, who grew up in an Amish community and one of the best mechanics I know, ironically, or the best actually. You're gonna throw in a pound of country sausage, packaged country sausage, just like they have in Amish country. And we're gonna throw in a small onion that we've chopped up. Get those sauteing together. All right, now that you got that brown, go ahead and drain your grease and take it on to the next phase. All right, now we're gonna start our creamy layer. We got 6 eggs. We're gonna do 1 cup of cottage cheese, which is half of this container. We're gonna throw in our seasoning, salt, garlic powder, and pepper. That's right, baby girl. Make an Amish breakfast casserole. And go ahead and whisk all that together. All right, now that we got that whisked together, let's bring over our 9x13 baking dish. We're gonna throw in 3 cups of hash browns. We're doing Southern style. You know, I've done a lot of shredded, but I really have always loved the Southern style hash browns. So we're gonna throw those on the bottom. And we're gonna bring over our sausage mixture that we made at the beginning. Throw that over the top. Get that spread around. And then we're gonna take that mixture that we just made with the eggs, the cottage cheese, and the seasoning and pour that over the top here. Yeah, girl. Our daughter has joined us, as you can probably surmise. And then finally, we've got 1 cup of cheddar and 2 cups of mozzarella. We're gonna pour it into here.
There's so much cheese.
A lot of cheese. It's because they got that good dairy in the Amish country. Fresh. All right, and then once you have all that in there, this one you actually want to get it kind of mixed around together. Instead of, typically I just leave the cheese on top. This one, try to get all the ingredients kind of mixing together in there. All right, now that we got that nice and stirred together, give it one final smooth, get that last little bit of goodness off of your spoon. And we got the oven preheated to 350. We're gonna put it in there for 45 minutes. Should be ready. All right, let's take a look at this baby. Ooh, that smells super good. Oh, that smells so good. I think Ruben, my ex-Amish friend, would love this so much. Yeah, we're just gonna let it cool down and come back and try it. All right, let's give this puppy a try. Ooh, that is cutting through perfectly. Mm. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks perfect. I love when it just comes out so clean like that. Doesn't happen for me often. Still a little hot. Mmm. Mmm. This is super good. Oh my goodness. That is a good hearty breakfast casserole, y'all. Mmm. Please try this at home. All right, Kim, what we got?
Okay, we got some vanilla cake mix.
Classic.
Classic vanilla cake mix. Can't go wrong with that. Then you're going to take 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Put it in your cake mix. And then you're going to take a pastry cutter and cut it into your cake mix. Takes a few minutes because you've got to get it like a cornbread mixture. The consistency. So just cut the cream cheese into your cake mix.
It's looking pretty good.
Okay, so now you've got it mixed up in there. You're going to take your pastry cutter and set it to the side. You are going to add in a 1/2 cup of oil, 1/4 cup milk.
Is that whole milk?
Yes, I got whole milk. And then we're going to need 3 eggs.
All right.
And we're going to put them in this bowl so we can just kind of whisk them before we put them into our cake.
And to make sure there's no bad eggs, right?
Yeah, we don't
want to get fussed at.
No, we don't want to mess up our whole cake on kind of an egg. But we got all 3 good eggs. So we're just going to whisk these together. It's amazing how darker yellow the yolk is in a fresh egg. Now you're going to take them, put them in the cake mixture.
Nice.
Okay, now we're going to mix it all together.
I'm excited to try this one.
Okay, now we've got it all mixed up. We're going to take a can of blueberry pie filling. And we're going to fold it into this cake mixture.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to use a spoon for this. Stuff we need now, we're just going to fold it in. And this is a blueberry pound cake.
It's got a nice color to it.
Oh, it does. To pour this into a greased 9x13. How's that look?
It looks good.
Love the marble effect.
I love that too. I love the mixture of the colors.
Turn my bowl for a minute. Get it all out of here.
And get all them scraps.
No blueberries hiding now.
That looks really good, actually.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna bake this for 45 minutes on 350. Oh, they're broken. Okay, that's 45 minutes at 350.
All right. Ooh, don't touch it. All right, let's see it. Ooh.
Ooh, it looks bubbly.
Looks nice. Kim had to go out for a little errand, so I had to pull this baby out.
Okay. It looks good.
Looks really cool, like marbly,
Mm-hmm.
like Kim was saying. All right, just gotta let it cool for a minute and then come back. All right, let's give this baby a try.
Ooh, it looks blueberry.
Mm-hmm. It definitely should. I call this Roy Orbison cake.
Who's that?
He's a famous singer back in the day. And I like to listen to his music whenever I make this cake. Put a little bluebell. What do you think? Who doesn't love bluebell?
Nobody.
Oh, baby. It's still a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to get burnt.
That ice cream should chill it.
That's really good.
Oh, snap.
All right, I'm gonna make some chicken bacon ranch pasta salad. This was one of y'all's top votes from this past week, so we gotta make it. We start with 12 ounces of rotini tricolor. We're gonna add in 1 large chopped tomato and the main ingredients: chicken. Got 2 chicken breasts that I cut up, and 16 ounces of bacon. Going heavy on the bacon in this, because that's what I like. I cooked it and chopped it up myself because I just like freshly cooked bacon rather than the pre-cooked stuff. But if you don't have time, get some pre-cooked. And then we have 5 ounces of sliced olives. If you don't like olives, just leave that part out. I know some people aren't into them, like my wife. And then we have 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese that we're going to throw in there. Okay, once we have all these dry ingredients, let's go ahead and get that kind of mixed together a little bit. All right, now that we have that, we're going to come over here and make our dressing. So we're going to start with 1 cup of mayonnaise. I use Duke's mayonnaise because that's what I was raised on. That's what my Mima raised me to eat, and that's what we do in our house. What mayonnaise do y'all do? I'm from South Carolina, and Duke's is like a big thing. So we live on Duke's down there. So we got our 1 cup of mayonnaise. We're gonna put some pepper in there. And some garlic powder. I like it pretty garlicky. And we're gonna put in 3 tablespoons worth of ranch dry seasoning. So go ahead and get that kind of mixed together. And then we're going to throw in 1/2 cup of milk in as well. And you want to get that mixed together. If it helps, get you a whisk. Kind of whisk it around for a minute. And then once you have that nice and whisked together and smooth, we're going to pour it back into our dry ingredients. All right. So just go ahead and pour that on in there. Take your spatula so you don't waste any of this good stuff. In case you make this and it's feeling like a little dry with the amount of ingredients you have, you can always just add a little bit more milk in. So just keep that in mind if you want to try this at home. So once you have the dressing in there, go ahead and just get it nice and mixed in. So got that wetness touching all the parts of it. All right, y'all, now that we have that mixed together, we're going to actually put it in the fridge for 1 hour. And then we'll come back and try it. So you want to, after you make it, put it in the fridge for at least an hour, cover it up, and then we'll go back and try it. All right, now that you've had it in there for an hour or more, it's time to try it. Yum. Just like the perfect side. Make sure I get a little chicken and ranch and bacon, the whole thing. Why am I blowing on? I'm so used to, I cook so much, I'm used to blowing on food. I don't have to blow on this one. Mmm. Y'all, this is amazing. All right, my mouth's full. Great side dish. If you're looking for a side dish idea for a get together for Thanksgiving, Christmas, try it.
We've got self-rising flour. We need 2 cups. There's our 1 cup. 1 more. 2 cups of self-rising flour. We're going to add 2 cups of sugar, just granulated sugar. Going to mix these 2 together. Once you got them mixed up good, you're going to add in 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 can of pineapple. We've got pineapple slices. Do not drain it. Dump the whole pineapple, everything in there.
Looks like you cut it up a little bit.
We did cut it up a little bit. And then we're going to take 2 eggs, kind of mix them up, and throw them in with your wet ingredients.
Awesome.
We're going to mix all this together.
It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with pineapple. Okay, we've got it all mixed up, so now we want to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. And a lot of times I just do like this. Okay, and then we're going to pour it in our 9x13 cake pan. Bake it for 30 minutes at 350. We're going to make an icing for it.
This is called a do-nothing cake.
Get it all in there. Now we're going to take it to the oven.
How long we putting it in there?
30 minutes at 350.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to make the frosting. You have 2 sticks of butter. Let that melt. And then we'll add a cup of sugar and 2/3 cup evaporated milk. Okay, now that our butter is melted, or almost melted, we're going to add in our cup of sugar and our 2/3 cup evaporated milk. We're going to let this boil for 5 minutes. It'll thicken up.
Getting nice and boiled.
Yep, 5 minutes like this. Keep stirring though. Okay, we've had it boiling for 5 minutes. Now we want to add 1 cup of coconut. That's half. So,
That's half. Okay.
yeah, now 1 cup. Now we'll stir that in there and remove it from the heat. You're going to pour this when you get your cake out of the oven. We're going to pour it over the hot cake. Hey,
Ooh.
our do-nothing cake looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Good
That looks
moist.
awesome.
Okay, now you're going to take your topping that you made with the coconut and all the sugar and everything, and you're going to pour it over the cake while it's warm.
Mmm. Gonna be so good.
Oh, that will be. Okay, I'm going to have me a little corner here. Don't need too much of it.
Looks good and
Oh,
moist.
that does. Got me a piece of pineapple, too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of cake you need to kind of eat warm. Nope, I'm going to have to wait a minute. On the pineapple. It's good. I would give that 9.5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I
And
mean, it's
9.5
good.
9.5 from Kim is a 12.5 from most people.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, y'all, we're gonna make some Hillbelly hash brown casserole. Gonna start with 32 ounces of shredded hash browns, and then we're gonna dump 2 pounds of ground beef up in there. If I can get it out of this finicky bowl here. You want to drain the meat as best you can, but a little grease never hurt nobody. All right, so we got our 2 pounds of ground beef in there. Moving right along, we got about half a diced yellow onion. It's gonna go in here. Okay. And then we're going to take 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup and just dump it in there. If I can get them out of here. The laws of physics are fighting against me. Here we go. Get that out of there. And we want to scrape them out. Just like they taught me in the Appalachians. Nice and thorough. We don't like wasting. All right. Now, once you have all that, give it a good mix. Okay, before you have it fully mixed, we're going to put a little bit of garlic salt. I already seasoned the meat, but I want to put a little extra seasoning into the full mixture here. And then we're going to throw a little pepper in there. We're gonna mix it a little bit more before we add one final ingredient. All right, once you mix that up a little bit, we're gonna add half of this cheese. So it's about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I grated it myself. This ain't from the bag, no cardboard. Get that nice and mixed in there. And once we have the cheese mixed in there a little bit, one final little step. 1 cup of milk. Need to get it a little creamy. It's feeling a little dry. There we go, now we're talking. All right, we got that nice and mixed up. So we're gonna take our 13 by 9 baking dish and we're gonna throw the mixture in there. Get it all out. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and smooth this so it's nice and even. I cannot wait to have some of this. We have that nice and evenly spread on there. We got the oven preheated to 350. We're gonna throw it in there for 45 minutes to an hour. So we want to check in about 45 minutes to an hour. Should be about ready. We got one more step though. All right, y'all, let's check out this Hillbelly Hashbrown casserole. Ooh, baby. Man, oh man. All right, y'all, before it's done, we got one final step we gotta do. We're gonna take that cheese that we had left over, put it over the top. You can never have too much cheese, right? Just go ahead and get the rest of it over the top there. So we're gonna put it in there for 5 more minutes, get it nice and melted, and we'll come back and be ready to try. Ooh, you smell that, Rain? Mm-hmm. That smells good. Yeah, get a nice look at that. All right, y'all, this is one I think I gotta serve up while it's hot. So I'm gonna go right here. Look at that. Steaming, baby. Rain's hungry, y'all. All right, let's give this thing a try. I like trying it hot like my buddy Charles. Shout out Charles, Parks, and Kim. Miss you guys. I think we're ready. Man, y'all. That makes me want to load up the truck and move to Beverly Hills. If you know what I mean. Y'all gotta try it. All right, we got Elvis Presley cake today.
Yeah, we start off with just a yellow cake mix. And bake your cake just like your box says. Which is 1 cup of water. A 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And 3 eggs. And we're gonna mix this together.
That arm's getting a workout today, huh?
It is.
You've been baking up a storm.
Okay, now, I'll pour it in your cake pan. We greased ours. Just shake it a little bit where it'll get leveled. Now it's ready to bake. Okay, right here in the center for 28 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna take a can of crushed pineapple, leave your juice in there. And then you're gonna take, that's your pineapple with 1.5 cups of sugar. Elvis Presley liked his sweet.
Absolutely. Especially later in life, huh?
Yeah. And you're going to cook this after it boils. It needs to cook for about 5 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna let it boil for about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna make the cream cheese
Icing,
frosting.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Half a stick of butter, softened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna take this and cream this together first.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're gonna add 2 cups of powdered sugar. We're gonna add them one at a time.
Elvis is dancing in the clouds right now watching this video.
That's right. Can't wait to have this good old cake. There's our 2nd cup of powdered sugar. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla.
All right.
Vanilla flavoring. Okay, we're gonna get this all mixed up. Good and smooth it is. Now, we're going to put some pecans in here. And then we'll mix it up a little bit.
Y'all say pecans or pecans?
I say pecans. What do you say?
I say pecans.
And when you, whoops. When you do your icing, if you want a few more pecans, you can. Now we just wait for our cake to finish so we can ice it.
Great.
It's delicious. Smells delicious.
Ooh, baby. Oh, yeah.
No,
Looks good.
and it smells good too.
Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to poke holes.
All right, then we're going to poke some holes.
Mm-hmm. Just go through and put quite a few little holes in your cake.
Just like Grandma did.
Mm-hmm. And all this good pineapple juice get down in there. Make it so moist. This cake will need to be kept in the refrigerator.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, we got quite a bit of cake in there. Now you're going to take your pineapple and sugar that you mixed on the stove for 5 minutes. You're going to take this and pour it over.
So it gets in the holes.
Yes. Just dump it on here and spread it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, mama.
Mmm. Your icing is the cream cheese, butter, pecans.
Ooh. I gotta say, this is a good looking cake. I see why Elvis loved it. Smooth it out. This is looking good with the capital G. All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Ooh, that cut real nice
It did.
too.
I'm gonna try this little end right here. Oh, look how good golden brown.
Ooh, that is nicely cooked.
Oh, this is gonna be good. That is delicious.
Ooh! Oh, mama. Look at
Oh.
that cake.
Oh, I don't blame Elvis. This would be my cake too.